There's a guy on the internet who spent years hitting his own face with a hammer just to change the shape of his bones, who started taking testosterone at 14 years old, who used meth specifically to burn body fat, who got a live nose job streamed right on Kick for his audience, who flew to Paris to prove that his face could get him any woman in Europe, and who came home with a stolen hat, a botched nose, a girl who just stared at the camera the whole time, and a chat full of people saying he looked way worse than when he started. His name is Clavicular, and this is the story of what happens when you build your whole life around a number on a looks scale, only to find out that the number was never the point.
And my cortisol certainly spiked when I read very recently about looksmaxing. It's the catch-all term for a male-only regimen of intensive grooming for the purposes of maximizing, in their view, physical attractiveness. Measures may include fillers, facial implants, tongue exercises, or even smashing in your own face, breaking bones to make it look more chiseled.
Before Paris, before the nose job, before any of this, there was the origin story. Clavicular looked like a normal 14-year-old, a little awkward, a little uncomfortable in his own skin, the way most 14-year-olds do, but instead of growing through it like normal, he found looksmaxing. This is a movement built around the idea that appearance is everything. They think attractiveness can be calculated like a math problem. They believe if you just hit enough checkboxes, your life will magically fix itself. He didn't just hit the gym and fix his diet. He started taking testosterone at 14. He injected himself. He literally hit his face with a hammer because the theory says repeated impact makes your bones grow denser and wider. He used crystal meth to stay skinny. He even got a nose job live on Kick with Dr. Miami, the celebrity surgeon, because he decided his nostrils were a massive flaw he needed to fix before he could peak. The looksmaxing community has its own language. It has a strict hierarchy. There's low-tier normie, mid-tier normie, high-tier normie, chadlite, and chad. There's a concept called mogging. If you mog someone, it means you completely blew them out of the water in terms of looks. They even worship a true atom, theoretical perfect male face. The closest living example they use is an actor from a TV show with a 94% harmony score. Grown men are out here using literal tape measures on their cheekbones. They take photos at precise angles. They compare them against models. They track their own faces in spreadsheets. And Clavicular wasn't just watching this happen. For a while, he was the biggest creator in the space. He blew up on Kick. He built an audience of mostly 15 and 16-year-old kids who were going through exactly what he went through. They were insecure, lonely, and convinced that changing their face was the only way out. He gave them a blueprint. He told them on camera that the only thing saving them from being invisible was fixing their flaws early. Before age made it worse, he spoke with total conviction. He believed every single word.
The Looksmaxer Clavicular's nose job has gone viral, with people claiming that he's been botched. His nose job was performed on June 3rd by Dr. Miami, and it was live streamed to his audience on Kick. And this is a video of him streaming approximately 1 to 2 weeks after the operation, looking at his...
Then came the nose job. He streamed the entire surgery live on Kick. Dr. Miami did the operation on camera. The goal was to shrink his nostrils, narrow the tip, and change his entire look. And when he came back to stream with the swelling still bad and the stitches still fresh, he told his chat he had finally peaked. He said, "I look Chad." He said, "This is self-improvement. You guys are just coping." But his chat turned on him instantly. The same community that followed his entire journey told him his nose looked like a girl's nose. Female viewers commented that small noses are for women. People asked if he was transitioning. One guy told him he went from looking like Batman to looking like Robin. He spent years trying to build the ultimate masculine face, and the community built around judging looks told him he went completely backward. Not toward masculine, away from it. He looked soft, generic. He looked like the kind of face you forget the second you look away. Here is the thing nobody in the looksmaxing space wanted to admit, but outsiders saw immediately. His original nose was the best thing about his face. It gave him an edge. It gave him a dangerous, raw look, and whether people want to admit it or not, that reads as masculine in a way that perfect symmetry never will. Before the surgery, he looked like he could be a villain in a movie. After the nose job, he looked like a generic college kid who works at a coffee shop and knows the menu by heart. The edge was gone. The personality was gone. The community that told him to chase perfection accidentally proved that perfection is actually incredibly boring. So what do you do when your own fans tell you that you ruined your face? If you are Clavicular, you don't back down. You double down. You decide the problem isn't your nose. The problem is America. You pack your bags, book a flight, and head straight to Paris. The goal was simple: prove the looksmaxing spreadsheet works in the real world. He went to Europe to show his audience that a sharp jawline could pull any woman on the planet, completely cold, with zero effort. But Paris is not Miami. The second he touched down, the entire theory hit a brick wall. In Miami, internet clout and loud behavior are the local currency. If you look sharp and act loud, people look at you. But French creators immediately called out the massive cultural gap Clavicular didn't see coming. In Paris, walking up to women on the street with a camera crew, shouting internet slang, and demanding attention doesn't doesn't make you look like a Chad. It makes you look like an annoying tourist. One French creator dropped a line that completely summarized the disaster. You can shake a tree at the local university and 10 guys who look exactly like him will fall out. He wasn't special. He wasn't a god among men. He was just another guy in a cropped hoodie trying way too hard. Then came the ultimate humiliation. He got completely mogged by his own fans. While walking the streets trying to prove he was genetically superior, groups of French teenagers who watched his streams started spotting him. They didn't respect him. They surrounded him, laughed at his nose to his face, and took photos to mock him online. The very people he thought he was above were looking down on him. The strategy was failing, and he was starting to snap. Behind the scenes, the body dysmorphia he had been running from since he was 14 was catching up. In older streams, he openly admitted to a dark history of drug abuse, including a massive overdose. He explicitly stated that he literally needed substances just to talk to other human beings, without anything to numb it, and with the Paris trip falling apart, he was completely trapped in his own head.
Hope you guys enjoy your dinner. Take care of yourself. Bye. Fuck, that's sad. We'll just hand out the rest of them.
Go. Wait, we gotta give them the roses once we know that it's best friend, you know?
Listen, I always say, you know, I have the worst game, so I don't claim to ever be something I'm not. I'm not a fucking pickup artist. I'm a fucking autist. You know, I'll tell you everything you need to know about looksmaxing, but
Climax of the Paris trip felt like a dark comedy. He finally got a French girl to sit on stream with him, but the whole thing was fake. She spent the entire time staring blankly into the camera lens. She was just there for the clout and ignored him completely. While he was trying to awkwardly buy her flowers to prove he had game, his phone rang. It was his ex-girlfriend, Lily. She called his phone right in the middle of the stream, blasting him over their private drama in front of thousands of viewers while the French girl just sat there, still staring at the camera. The Alpha Chad image didn't just crack, it shattered. He was desperate, stressed, and completely at the mercy of a chaotic chat. The final
Why do you gotta do that? You can't like control yourself just because you're not there.
Is my mic working or no?
so much.
Chad,
You
be
got anything to
honest.
fly you out here, but
Yeah,
I'm so horny.
Just off.
No, I don't do that.
That would raise your
Cheating doesn't exist. I'm not gonna lie, it is cheating.
What?
I said I agree, it's cheating.
Bro, what the f is wrong with you? I think he should have asked her if getting it from a guy is cheating or not, because Clav is gay as f, and this guy ain't leaving him alone that night. His girlfriend then decided to take revenge, and she
final blow to the myth happened in a matter of seconds. A local Parisian street guy known as the Prince of Paris walked right into the frame. He didn't care about Clavicular's jawline, his testosterone, or his nose job. He just saw an easy target. He mocked him, reached out, and casually snatched the hat right off Clavicular's head. And Clavicular, the man who spent years hitting his own face with a hammer to look dangerous, just stood there completely frozen. He didn't fight back. He didn't chase him. He just watched his tough guy persona get stolen by a guy who doesn't even know what a harmony score is. He flew across the world to conquer Europe with his face, and he went home empty-handed, missing a hat and thoroughly humbled. When you look at the story of Clavicular, it's easy to laugh at how ridiculous it all is. It's easy to mock the hammer, the drugs, and the live-streamed surgery. But underneath the internet circus, there is a genuinely sad cycle. The looksmaxing movement promises lonely, insecure men a massive lie. It tells them that if you fix the geometry of your face, the world will automatically love you. It turns human connection into a math problem. Clavicular tried to solve that problem perfectly. He took the drugs, he changed his bones, he got the surgery, and he put it all on a stage. But when he finally stepped out into the real world, he learned the hard way. You can optimize your face all you want, but if your identity is completely empty, a spreadsheet will never save you when the real world hits back.